Good morning. So let's start to understand the basics of NoSQL database. NoSQL database, which stands for not only SQL, are a category of database management system that do not rely on the traditional relational database structure. Instead, they can handle a variety of data models such as key value, document column family, and graph form. Some key characteristics of NoSQL database include scalability. NoSQL databases are typically designed to scale out by distributing the data across multiple hosts. Flexibility. They allow for flexible schema designs, meaning that unlike relational database, you are not bound to a fixed schema from the start. Another key feature is high performance. Due to simpler design, replication and horizontal scaling in NoSQL data often offers faster data operations. Different kind of variation possibles, as mentioned. NoSQL database comes in various types of catering to different needs. One is key value stores, another is document stores, another is column stores, and another is graph database. Right? So these are the variation in NoSQL DB. So let's try to understand difference between SQL and NoSQL. The first difference is data model. SQL database are relational, meaning they are used table to store data. NoSQL database, as stated, can be the key value or document or column family or graph DB, etc. When we discuss about the comparison based on a schema, SQL database have a fixed schema, and changing the structure often requires altering the entire database, and going offline also required. NoSQL database are typically schema-less. Let's compare based on query language, right? SQL database use SQL structured query language for defining and manipulating data. NoSQL database have various query method depending on their type. So it is not exactly the SQL. Instead of SQL, it is just a different approach you are using to, manipulate your data. Let's compare the scalability factor. SQL database are typically vertical scalable, usually, meaning you scale by adding more power like CPU, RAM to your existing machine. NoSQL database are horizontally scalable, meaning you scale by adding more servers to the system. Let's compare the SQL based on transactions. So SQL database are usually ACID compliant, ensuring reliable transaction, while some NoSQL database says offer ACID level transactions, but usually NoSQL can't be considered as ACID compliant. Okay, so this is like that, but few of NoSQL DB, of course, are flexible model for better performance and scalability. So that is how we can compare SQL and NoSQL. All right, so this is low latency, right? Low latency, DynamoDB offers single-digit millisecond response times, which makes it very, very performant, very, very suitable for high performance requirement. So until now, we have covered multiple things, multiple features of DynamoDB, and we realized that in very different kind of context, DynamoDB as a NoSQL DB is very handy. In summary, I can say DynamoDB is a powerful choice for businesses looking for a scalable, high performance NoSQL database that integrates well with other AWS services. And this is a key point to understand here. On ecosystem, AWS ecosystem, if you want some NoSQL DB, you have to definitely look around, and one of the key solution, key services, key framework available to you is DynamoDB as a node. Now the next very important question comes in your mind, that why choose DynamoDB? Amazon has developed DynamoDB, and it is a fully managed NoSQL database service provided by AWS. Here are some reasons to choose DynamoDB. The first reason is it is a serverless. DynamoDB requires no infrastructure management. It automatically scales tables up and down. So as per, you need growth, then you can grow. And if you want to shrink, you can ask for shrink without modifying or without thinking much about how it will do inside. So that is the beauty of this. Then also, in all circumstances, capacity and performance both are maintained properly. Next key factor is performance at scale. With its distributed architecture, DynamoDB can handle over 10 trillion requests per day and support peak more than 20 million requests per second. Integrated with AWS. Being part of the AWS suite, DynamoDB seamlessly integrates with services like Lambda, Data Pipeline, and Redshift. Another key feature is flexible data modeling, supports both document and key value data models. Next is built-in security, provides built-in encryption at rest and integrates with AWS identity and access management for access control. Another good feature is durable. So DynamoDB synchronously replicates data across 3 replication factor facilities in an AWS region, ensuring high availability and data durability. This is really a good feature. Otherwise, you have to do by own. So that is a good feature, right? Another key area, let's continue with another key area. Thank you. Thank you for completing this video. And I hope that you definitely have learned something which will help you in your system design interview. Hope to see you in next video with new concept and skills needed for the system design interview. By then, keep learning, keep improving, and keep sharing your knowledge.